Hey, everybody. This is Monday. The bearded dragon is already moving around, which is interesting. Quick question. Did anyone feel their anxiety or depression or whatever ramp up recently? Mine has ramped up. I think it's been ramping up slowly for about a week now. I had a friend reach out. Their family, it's ramped up. Is that what's going on with you, Dawn? You said you could be better. I called my mom or my mom called me. So something strange happened yesterday where my mental illness, I take medicine for anxiety, and depression and ADD, and usually works. um, and it wasn't working. And so I found myself in my loop. And I'm like, what is happening with this loop that I'm in? I haven't felt this in such a long time. And I'm like, hey, pretty cool that I've changed so much, but why am I feeling these feelings that I used to feel before, I figured out what my medicine was. And so I called, I was talking with my mom. Same thing's happening with her. Like she had already checked to see if there were any special things that had happened. Like, did anybody pass away in our family around this time? And I brought it up to her without her even telling me that. And I just keep getting like there's this sweep of grief, big time grief that came through when I was talking to my mom. And I said, Mom, I'm like, it's so weird because yesterday weird things happened. So yesterday, um, I was in I found myself in my cycle of like, and like when one thing would go kooky, I'm like, I don't care. I just don't care. I'm like, do whatever you got to do. Like, I don't care. And that's not me. And then, so I decided to lay down. And I was laying down and like half asleep, half awake. And I felt there was, I'm like, oh, somebody must have let the dogs in because I could kind of feel the bed vibrating a little bit. And then the pressure of something on the bed. And I looked and I'm like, no, my family didn't let the dogs in the room. They just they were respecting my space. So that was kooky. And I just keep getting like grief and family. I can't figure out what family it is. So yeah, just curious what's going on with you guys. Annie Bear says grief. Those are the echoes from the land. Okay, that's cool. Cool, cool, cool. It could be Desert Dawn. It could be the collective family. Or maybe it's just something that hasn't presented itself yet. I'm not sure. Like it's definitely something. It's something. Just gonna say it's something. But I'm glad to be here with all of you. And let's just ask the universe to say, hey, can we turn that down a little? Just turn it down just a little, unless it has to be that way. Maybe just to remind us of where we used to be and that we're doing a good job. I'm not sure. Desert Dawn says, I feel like I'm stuck in tar, dragging myself through the days. Yes. Okay. And so I have the seasonal light blaring right now because it has been like gray and gloomy. And so last night around like 8 o'clock, I'm like, oh, I have my light. And I didn't really want to do it at 8 o'clock at night because I didn't want to wake up more. But yeah, the seasonal light is helping. Annie says, our inner work, not shadow at this time, is weaving us back into the highest good timeline. That could make that that tar feeling, even when oh, I like that. I love that. Yay. Teresa says, I keep feeling like I'm changing timelines by the minute, like a stone skipping over water or pages flipping. Wow. Yes, tonight I will be on Woo Woo Wonderment. It's Woo Woo Wonderment Day. Hopefully, we'll talk about dragons and everything. I'm being interviewed. I'm a special guest over at Woo Woo Wonderment with Fogo Pogo. So excited. Woo woo! Oh my goodness. All right, everybody. I feel like today is going to be. I'm curious to see what Tuta has to say about all of this. Yes. Yes. God, please help us. Good morning. Emotions are rampant. I'm trying to stay grounded. Me too. Me too. I was like, okay, how do I ground? Same. Oh. Did you get a bit weathered over to 5D? Did your umbrella break? Oh, God. Meanwhile, Annie Bear's slaying dragons. Before I came on, I'm like, okay, if I'm talking dragons with Fogo Pogo today, I'm like, what do dragons and mental illness have to do? And it came up with Don Quixote right away because he thought he was battling, wasn't it? Yeah, he thought he was battling dragons, slaying dragons, but it was windmills. Okay, so so happy. I'm so happy you cleared that up. So you're not sagging. That's hilarious. Okay, Richie's recommending how food can ground you, which is true. Yeah, there are some things I could eat and drink that that'll ground me a little bit. Dawn tried it, Richie, didn't work for her. Yeah, I'm gonna see what's going on. All right, I'm having my hot cocoa with peppermint in it. I got peppermint spoons. So cool. Okay, so you'll see me just like super glowing. I'm not going to turn my light down. I need it. I need my light. Okay, how do I take that off? Hey, Brenda. You know what? Maybe I'll leave that up because people are still coming in. I'm going to leave that up to see if anybody else has some ideas on what's going on out there. I didn't look at the Schumann resident the Schumann resident resonance. Hey, Sal. It's good to see you. Question for Brenda and Sal. Did you feel your anxiety, if you have anxiety, depression, or family members do, did you feel it ramp up? Very curious. Hi, Cosmic Blue Avian. It's been a long time, Sal. I hope you're well. And did you end up moving to It was your brother's land, right? You were going to move to? Hmm. That's interesting. Oh, I love your artwork. I was on my channel doing card readings and I had said that I was going to stop at 11 to go to your channel and I drifted over. Spirit turned my camera off. That's funny. Okay, you're in Arizona still? Yeah. Hanging out with the birds. Sal has a special connection with the animals. Okay. All right. So let's see what's going on, Tita. And I was, for a friend, I was sending out some Reiki right before this happened. And I'm going to get emotional. And I felt like it wasn't just for that person and their family. I felt like more people were coming in to receive the Reiki, the energy, the light work, the shadow work. And it was really interesting. I love Reiki. I love energy healing. And so it felt very powerful. And I get this just occasionally where it's almost like the Christ energy comes in because I feel as if the palms of my hands are pierced. And I felt as if these were like tunnels in a way. The energy was just like almost like giving and receiving at the same time, and they just kept um now, so I'm not a religious person when it comes to, going to church or this or that. um and it's like I can hear the words holier than thou, and my religious friends love it when this stuff comes through because they know it's legit because I don't talk like that. um But yeah, let's just check in with the mental illness stuff. It was interesting when I was sending it. I felt it was very strong for whoever came in to the circle for that, and then all of a sudden it switched where it was like an instant switch of where the energy wasn't going to where um, it had just previously been sent to. So I went to like the area around the people to just like hold and support that area. And that was very doable. That felt better, not so intense. Pa, yanı tia onu, yanı tia, ta tia mamanti na ko na yewa na. They're talking about seeing like somebody wrapped up in like the spider's catch. We're like wrapping yourself up tightly, whether it's like a weighted blanket or kind of like swaddling. I know this was something we did in Reiki class when we were practicing. We'd like tuck the blankets right underneath the person, especially like around their feet, if that was comfortable for them. And I know when it was done to me, it felt really good. So just going back to the spider wrapping up its catch. Kutanu, matu mama, yatatono no 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 kayatiano kushtitana yama kuiwa, yano tia mama, yano tia maku ushtama tiewa. And kind of thinking of it as, of course, draining. Ku ama ano tono shtita ya panot yama ku ushawani yama uiwa. So the spiders wrapped up the catch. Kota, 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 kota. And there's something about transformation, kutiama, a transverse, anutia, ya utia anuko na ushna tatanoko, katanoko. They're coming up with new words that I don't know. Like, I'll just try like transvology. Ko anu tuto ma no ma ko na yatia ko na kush a trans vologist. Ya tutamo titia a ono titono tutona tia ko tia ma kush tita. Ya tita kind of like trans is like the travel. Ko tomo moshta yanyoku. Ya titomo manu tia wanushta. And it's as if we're the catch, but we're also the spider. Ko anu tia tianoku. Ya tia mangushta tatui. And I see like instead of like draining the blood or draining the whatever it is that we're transitioning from, it's as if it's more shamanic in a way where we using like a straw, a universal straw of some sort, and like sucking out the bad blood and we'll be spitting it out. Atopa, kind of like a poison, because this blood is tomako atutako nama shtata yewa in a small way tainted. Ma o akotama ma ashana yewa. It's like the new DNA wants to come in. It's almost as if this is like the DNA kotanu shtata that's ready to tutama gush away and tutuma anushta. And whenever we are stepping into, say, being a transvologist, I don't even know if that's a word, stepping into the new, almost like the new harmony, but it's not like we're gently going into this new harmonic song, this new harmonic DNA. There'll be some chaos as we're going through, kind of like what Annie Bear was saying, a bit tattered in the traveling. And of course, turbulence can look different. Like if you're on an airplane and there's turbulence, like some people they're sleeping through it, and then sometimes people are like grabbing the hand of the next person, um, oh, I hope we we get through this, um, and then there's the pilot who's just like, okay, this is what's happening. Everybody stay safe. Patu pano kama no kuban ushtata yano tiama. And of course, there'll be those people who get up to go to the bathroom no matter what's happening on the airplane with the turbulence. Yatanuma akona noshtitano katno uma ushtata ye pana yatwa. And sometimes the baby will still even cry, not knowing that the other people around them, like the mother has the knowing of, and the father, the parents, they have the knowing that, okay, so my baby is still continuing to cry because they're uncomfortable here, but there's also other stuff going on too. So they're sending in our helpers as if they're dressed up as the flight attendants, the assistants on the flight. Almost as if as if we were an anti-gravity. They're putting like this bar around our feet. So it's not like we are locked in, because we can take our feet out of this bar when we want to, but this bar is being put in, so we don't float away. They're talking about the metal bar has something. Alchemy isn't really my thing, but the metal or what the bar is made out of, that's holding us in this holding us when we want to be held down from the anti-gravity, from the floating feeling. Papako anotunomashita, it looks like it's infused with some symbols. Matuto kunoshita yomatioa. They're like, think of it as headphones for the people who are sensitive to sound. And what an interesting place. I know people will wear bracelets in some cultures to protect this area. And so they're talking about the ankle, like where a bar would go over the ankle, is also a sensitive place of things slipping in, slipping out. Bringing us back to the spider and the catch. The spider has caught the catch. Tutono, wrapped it up nice and tightly. Yatutono no shitama yewa. And this medicine with the tutamashta, the mother spider, kamatu tiakumashta. If it's something that's triggering for people, I understand. But we're going in. Katotono no shitao kaiowa, ono tiotono shita, like bringing in that universal straw of ourselves into that catch, the spider's catch. Titu, tiano kano shita, piercing into the old blood. Baka al titono no shita, yanoi. And it's like siphoning gasoline out of a gas tank. You're going to get a little of this just slightly in your mouth, but then you're getting it going into this hose to siphon out the old blood. The corrupted blood. And using the corrupted word, as if it's code that no longer works in this computer system. Seeing it going out, tutama, and what would you like to be infused with? Tutu tiamako, atito transfusion, ko kiatama, yatitama manu tiagumashta, like think of it as almost like dialysis, as the blood's coming out. Tutama ko shtita, ye ti manonano shtita. They say it goes beyond the filtering. Kotiano shtita, anutuno no shtita, ko yama, ye, ona tiama. Almost as if it goes through like the root system of a tree. It's something I don't quite understand, so I'm not going to get the answer to that. Alutiama, but it's not the same blood that's coming back through. Amhaku, not even filtered. Atu, ama, ershtata, akoka, no, kukama, nyanuka, manakoka, ye anu kanuka, ye anu kama, pawa, yanu tia papa mono tu, shtano tudo kyama, yanu yewa. Kianata, and just feeling this slowly, if it's for your best and highest good, seeing this tutama kushtatao, all of the tutama kushtata transitioning, kuyama. Yeah, tutama shtata, it's like we're getting the high octane DNA. Kuta. And it's just like when you're changing the feed for like a cat or a dog. Some of that blood stays. It's not a complete change because that would be too much. I'm getting the number 5, like, 5, tato nano, and it's not 5 days, so I'm not sure what the 5 has to do with the time. Mama tutu, tutu mama goshtu tana yawa for the complete, transfusion. Kuana tiako shama yewana ka. Yana tiama manu no kushta tano ta pawa no ta. It's almost like 5 things have to happen because I'm seeing like these 5 gems, these 5 treasures. Kuano tiopa, yano tiama kushta ta. Yano ta washta ta maoka u. And they say this will help the idea of the transfusion, the new DNA coming in, like the high octane gasoline or whatnot. Tuta anotia guna tanoshtata uka yawa yana tanaka yewa ishtatano yawa. It will help boost a bit when we are in the that seasonal Tutanoshtita depression, kuyata tantotano kuyama, yena, yena, yena. Really important to do the self-care for you, whether it's the weighted sweatshirt, a weighted blanket, or a lighter one, or a heated blanket. There's something about feeling supported. And I'm back. Feel a little dizzy. Annie Bear has a weighted blanket. Yeah, my kids have weighted blankets. I'm going to look that word up. Bet you it's not a word. Transvology. Definitely there was a V in it, but I guess we're making new words. See, I can't even speak English. Fogo was working on a definition. We need a vocabulary book. Annie Bear says, I heard a guide 3 days ago say it's your burdens holding you back, so I'm surrendering to knowing. I tell guides and angels wherever I am, we are here. That's beautiful. Transvologist. Oh, bridging the divide through flying high. Nice. I love that. Bridging the divide through flying high. Transatlantic would be across the Atlantic. So bridging the divide. I love it. I'm reading them backwards. Okay. Yeah. Waking up to a sinking feeling, wondering why all the pain. Maybe I'm just letting go of things. Yeah, for years. Huh. Yeah, it is easy to dive into a well. Not so easy to get out of a well. Brenda says one of the shaman cards I pulled this morning was eagle, flying above, seeing the bigger picture. Okay then. Apparently something's happening at 10:30. That's my alarm. Did that just scare you guys? I feel bad for anybody listening with headphones. So that's one of my alarms. I thought it would be funny to wake up to that. It turns out it's not funny to wake up to that. It's annoying, just like any other. Oh my god, what's happening at 10:30? Oh my god. I will not spit hot cocoa. I will not spit the hot cocoa. Oh my gosh, that happened. My alarm went off when I was at a retreat. And it was like this like super serious moment. And I forget what it wasn't that song. It was something else, but oh my gosh. It was the part was just ending and then my song came on and I was mortified. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Eliza, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Rescue Remedy has been saving me. My kid just walks around, my 18-year-old just walks around like, do you want some? You want some Rescue Remedy? And I'm like, yes. Rescue Remedy really works. Yeah, that's been my savior. And for a kid who understands what's going on. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take this one down and whew. Yeah. I like trying all the Rescue Remedy stuff that comes out. Like, oh, a gummy? Yes, I'll take that. Oh, a spray? Oh, a tincture? Yeah. I like the spray myself. Oh, if you have a rinse cycle slot on your washer. Really? Yeah. Yeah, I really like the idea of the Bach flower therapy. I used to have the book. I'll have to buy the book again. But yeah, Rescue Remedy has stuck around my family ever since they were babies. Actually, I had it before I had babies. I will say that my dogs do not enjoy the dog Rescue Remedy. They throw up. So that's not for them. And that's okay. All right. What an interesting time we've been having here. I hope that Richie. I hope you guys go listen to I Like Big Butts. Because laughter will ground you. Yeah. For animals, put it on the back of their neck. Okay, I'll try that because we have a Chihuahua that's on Prozac. Sometimes it's not enough. Yeah, you have the mild weed dog biscuits. Yeah. We found they're expensive, but I think it's like a CBD one here. Works really good for one of my dogs is older. Cool. All right. I'm gonna go. The end. I'm gonna go boogie 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 to I like big butts. Figure out what's going on at 10:30. And you guys stay sane as you can out there. Check in with your loved ones, make sure everybody's okay. And yeah, this was brought to you by Sir Mix-a-Lot today and a spider. And if you guys are looking for anything that's super awesome fun, later on, I'll be on Woo Woo Wonderment. Just having a blast over there with Fogo Pogo. I know it's 6 o'clock my time. So what is that, Kaylee? It's 7 o'clock. No, 5 specific time. All right, my transvologists, I will see you later. Take care.